Welcome back to the Insidevoicespod podcast. So today we're going to be doing a quick one. It's going to be like maybe 15, 20 minutes. We're going to be talking about something very, I don't know, maybe controversial. Actually, we're going to do two things. We're going to talk about lab-grown meat, and we're going to talk about veganism, vegetarianism, all that kind of stuff.
We'll get to
so if you didn't know, they're opening the first, what is it? You know more. You're the expert.
I really don't know more.
You are the expert.
This is controversial?
Yeah, because... What was that?
I don't know.
Alright, whatever.
It's the world's first industrial cultured meat facility.
You know what though? That's where vegan food comes from. Factories. Mine comes from fields.
So this is like a really big one.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are on the fence about this. Would you eat lab-grown meat or chicken? What is that? So you wouldn't. So you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
100%.
What do you lab-grown meat?
Like they take the cell structure or
No,
they take
dude,
cell
that's
samples.
disgusting.
Okay, so you would not 100%.
100%.
Even if it tasted and looked the same.
No, because it's a lab.
Okay, what about you?
Like, I might try it, but like...
Would you?
I would
You wouldn't.
probably at least try, but I would not stop.
I
getting
would-
it and
You
only
ate a
that.
burger and I told you that was lab grown, you'd get nauseous.
Okay, first of all, if you think about what is in burgers in like McDonald's, actually this is a great thing. So
Angus beef.
Subway was just called out for the 30th time because
chicken.
their salmon had no salmon.
Oh, their tuna.
Oh,
their
tuna.
Tuna had 0% tuna. And they said, well, what is it? And they said, well, it's just something.
So, if you really
Wait,
think
hold on,
about
though. Shout out to Subway, because Subway is in every single low-income place on Earth, right? Like, when you go to, like, a really run-down town, there's Subway there.
Yeah.
They have... One thing they've done consistently where they don't discriminate against low-income and high-income places is, like, the meat's fake, the tuna's fake, like, there's 0% meat in any of it. In all of it.
If you think about like that kind of meat, like also KFC was called out because their ground beef was like 90% seasoning. So when you think about it,
goes towards flavor.
what really is the difference between this stuff and that stuff? If anything, this stuff might be healthier. So on my personal end, would I eat it? It really depends. It has to be safe. I will not eat it if it's not safe.
No, this is the thing though. We've probably already eaten factory. We have eaten factory meats.
Well,
it's all factory meats.
No, there's things like Impossible Burger and all that crap.
Yeah, I know, but that's different than like I'm talking about like this is like mass produced.
Well, no, this is also different because it's not plant based. This is sold. This is like they grow. They like
grown.
basically
Yeah, and what they're
culture.
saying too is they're gonna reuse old car tires and stuff. This is what they said. 80% of the world's rubber waste can be used in these burgers. But no, I mean this is the thing. That's like the new
That's
plan.
fucking disgusting.
Old water bottles and stuff.
All the recycling they turned into meat.
Oh, it would kill me. But it's the thing, right?
That's great clickbait title.
I know. That's gonna be good.
The clickbait title is gonna be.
This one might get 10 views.
90% of the world's rubber is gonna be is gonna be
you
utilized in plant-based burgers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That new way to recycle with rubber or something. So anyway, but that's or what I was saying was that all these places now, like McDonald's, A&W, they all have their own like plant-based burger.
No. Actually, it's mostly Impossible Burger.
I know, but they've gotten to a point where that doesn't even taste that bad. Like if you had to eat it,
well, it's because
it's not bad.
Because this is it. Those burgers are 100% filler.
Yeah.
The filler is in the McDonald's burgers.
Yes.
It's the McDonald's
They're
burgers.
just taking the 10% meat.
Yeah,
that's in
and
it.
you can't tell the difference because as long as I keep the texture, the color, and the
spice.
Yeah. But here's the thing: what people don't realize is they think they're double hamburger. That's pure beef. No. That's 10%, 20% beef. The real beef is like the Mighty Angus, the one that's $15.
Well, you don't even know if that's pure beef because
I know,
I'm sure
my
that
point is that the 99-cent burger is not pure beef. The $15 burger is closer to pure
What you guys need to realize is the FDA, they probably have a percentage of what something has to be for it to be called that food, right? So a hamburger probably needs to have like 20% beef in it or something like that to be called a hamburger.
Yeah.
Just like an Oreo can't have the word cream in it. So it uses CREME because there's not enough cream product in the actual Oreo.
Cream. That's disgusting.
So there's ways around that, and these companies know that, and they know that the meat and the chicken is expensive, so they use like a whole bunch of shit that shouldn't even be in the hamburger.
Realistically, though, okay, with this factory plant-based meat thing, everything except for that, like we eat so many things that come from factories that are
everything goes from
like
factories.
Exactly. So it's really no different. It's just the idea.
No, but the difference here is this is the world's
like
first lab culture grown meat.
Oh, so it's not like an Impossible Burger. This is real
like
meat.
This is science.
Yeah.
See, that's just gross to me.
I think it's great.
This is the difference, though. If you went outside and you found a mushroom that's edible,
would I eat it? Yes.
Yes.
If it has
psychedelic
effects.
Hold on. What happens if I left a wet rag inside of a bottle and didn't open it for a few months, and it sat in your house and it grew a mushroom on it? Would you now eat that mushroom? No, you probably wouldn't because it's disgusting. It's not natural. Point? Well, it's not natural. It didn't come from outdoors. We humans in general have a even though like factory farms, like that's all indoor stuff, cows and all that. That's all like the indoor farming stuff. But you just have when something's outdoors and not grown in a lab, it appeals to people more.
Well, not only that, but it actually tastes better. Like a free-range chicken egg and a proper free-range chicken egg, and then a factory-grown chicken tastes completely different.
And then now imagine a lab-created egg. This didn't even come from a chicken.
Well, I'm saying this is the thing. For me, all it comes down to is number one, it has to be safe for consumption. I don't want any gray area. Okay, I know that there's a lot of meat and stuff that we eat right now that isn't good for us, but this is kind of a whole different
totally
thing.
Different.
Number two, it needs to basically be the same taste and texture, or at least damn close to it.
I think this whole movement is created from all like this generation growing up with their parents telling them you can't eat fast food, you gotta eat at home and all that, because they say like don't eat things that are not natural, like not that are processed, right? So now they're like, you know what? We're gonna eat so much processed food. We're gonna get rid of meat. We're gonna grow our own meat. So it's them like going against the grain on that.
A good angle is that this will lead to less animal cruelty.
100%. But we were told to not eat processed foods our whole lives, and then now we're gonna eat processed meat.
It says the company also claims the process is about 20 times faster than raising animals and then slaughtering them, and that the process is becoming cheaper faster than expected.
Okay, so there's actually a couple environmental factors here too. So if we don't actually have to have that many animals, so if this kind of eliminates the need for 90% of animal farming, that's a lot better for the environment because a lot of CO2 production comes from farming.
I have more statistics on the environmental factors.
Bring it on.
The company claims cultured meat generates 80% less greenhouse emissions, uses 99% less land, and consumes 96% less water than traditional meat production.
Yeah, so I mean, environmentally, this is a sound option.
Yes.
It's just
obviously the process is very gross.
The thing is like they'll always say, "Oh, a Twinkie lasts 10 years." Well, this lasts 10 years and so shrunk your car.
So this is my question now.
McDonald's burger does, but
so there exists vegans and vegetarians and pescatarians and all these things. They exist for the sole purpose, typically, because of animal cruelty and not wanting to consume animals. So if this became mainstream and 90% of our supply of this type of food became lab grown, do vegans have a point anymore?
No.
What do you mean? Do they have a point?
They have?
I don't know. Would they eat this meat or not?
Would they eat it or not?
Yes.
But would they?
I don't know though.
Why wouldn't they eat the meat?
The same reason my mom.
There animal products in the meat?
No, the same reason the meat is animal. So what they do is they take for example, they'll take cells from meat. Okay, for example, so they'll take like a skin cell.
Is anything dying in this process?
No, they just take cells from animals. And then they basically they put it into a culture, they grow the culture and it turns into meat.
Vegans won't do it. Vegetarians might.
So they are using
this is what they do. So you have a cow, okay?
Yeah.
So they'll go
it's like DNA cloning.
Yeah, they'll take a sample of its meat.
hold on.
And then through
Before you even finish
incubations and all that stuff, they'll grow that little thing into a piece of meat.
You know what's crazy? We're talking about this now. 10 years ago, the rumor was that KFC cloned chickens, and they weren't real chickens. And now this is becoming something mainstream and accepted. Do you not remember when everyone was like, don't eat KFC?
They're saying KFC chicken have like 4 legs.
Yeah, they're cloned chickens and stuff. And don't eat KFC, but now we're going, this is the way to go. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's really, it depends on what the
I don't know. I
is.
think that if...
What is the difference between this and an Impossible Burger?
Impossible Burger is plant-based. There's no meat in it. This is 100%
this is a meat burger that they do some gross.
They grew it. They basically grow meat cultures.
Hold on, does this get rid of mad cow disease?
Yes, there's no need for really cows. So I don't know. I feel like if you're a vegan or a vegetarian or something, there really isn't like a need for you not to be. I mean,
Hold on. They can do this, but they can't cure cancer?
We can do a lot, but we can't cure cancer.
That's crazy.
Elon Musk wants people on Mars by 2025 or something like that.
I feel like cancer cures.
Not only that, but Jeff Bezos has taken a leisurely rocket ship to space for no reason.
Is that the guy who's going with his brother?
Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world.
And is he the guy going with his brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, I don't know. That's the weirdest thing in the world that we're going to be growing meat. Now, who's going to be the biggest customer of that? Not grocery stores. It'll be McDonald's.
Oh, 100%.
You know what? It won't even be McDonald's. Right away, right off first thing, Burger King.
Well, this is the thing. If you ever had to put into grocery stores, that means that you have to make the product look damn near identical. Texture-wise, the fat in the meat, like it's so hard because now you're not just engineering the taste and the texture.
I don't think it can go.
You're engineering the look.
I think it'll go to fast food first.
Yeah, chicken nuggets.
But I think first and foremost Burger King. Burger King, I think it might already be using this.
You know what's the worst?
They might already be
Dairy Queen fast
my god! I remember the first time you got a Dairy Queen burger, we threw it out.
I got a Dairy Queen burger one time.
Hold on. They had a Dairy Queen there, and I got a soda there, and it was warm right off the bat. Like there was no ice in their machine or my cup, and so it was warm. And then he got a burger. He took a bite out of it.
I thought it was fucking plastic cardboard.
And then he said, "Maybe I'll try the fries." And then he saw it throw those out.
Those were nasty as shit too. That was
some of the worst mustard all over the burger, like
world.
So much. So anyway, but then the next worst was like to me is like something's up with Burger King because they offer you 10 nuggets for $2.
Oh, I know. I got food poisoning when I started. I got food poisoning.
See this, and then Tim Hortons is right after that because I got food poisoning every time I've had one of their
Tim Hortons
sandwiches.
Food is a little sus.
Anytime
I can go to a food place.
And it's just ready.
And it's ready, and it's in a sealed container.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Like it's not like they wrapped it. It's like it's in a container that you have.
They cooked that on Monday. And they kept it in the thermos.
Like when I ordered the farmer's wraps. And it comes to me in that cardboard container that's pre-sealed, like fully sealed and glued. I'm like, damn, dude, These guys are professionals,
sitting there. But Burger King, I had the last time I got those chicken nuggets, they were like soggy and stuff, and I thought someone spit on them maybe. They're $2 for 10 of them. And I was like, man, but the thing is, then you go to McDonald's, you get the crispiest nuggets, and you're like, but they're $12 for 10 or something like that.
Oh, dude, they're fucking $100 for 10.
I know.
God damn.
We used to be able to get just packs of these things, and I can't.
And when we first got the 20 nugget combo, it was like $17.
Yeah.
And in America, it was $7.
So but then here we had real chicken. There they had the KFC stuff. I can't believe this. I honestly would have thought that this was a thing that was already happening, but I think maybe we're using clone meat or something like meat.
No, I think it's.
No, they're doing what Subway's doing, where it's like it's really close to chicken, but it's not really chicken.
Obviously, I think they're doing two things. I think they're using a lot of filler in the meat, and I think they're like heavily treating the chickens with steroids.
Will they?
Because the chickens on steroids, they grow way bigger.
Will they do this whole thing with the Filet-O-Fish?
What?
The most disgusting burger McDonald's sells.
I don't eat
Filet-O-Fish. It's the most disgusting thing in the world. It smells.
I've never understood why people used to serve fish and like fish sandwiches on like newspaper. I don't really understand that.
Oh yeah,
it's like a British thing.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Why do they
fish
do
and
that?
chips?
Yeah. It's just how.
So many people touch newspaper. I don't want that on my food.
Okay, not.
Well, your food's about to be the same as newspaper. What this factory gets up and going.
They're gonna be producing like like toxic chemicals on one side of the facility, and they're gonna pre-produce.
Well, it's a dual facility. They have the magazine print shop in the back, and then they have the meats in the front.
and then they're gonna have one in China that's got the sweatshop over here. It's got the
Nike's on one side.
facility.
It's Nike, Apple, and then the finest meats or whatever. But isn't it funny how every time they do those tests where it's like, what percent of the chicken is actually chicken, and Subway's always like 10% chicken?
No, dude, Subway's. It's crazy how
Subway. No, the chicken was the first one. They were like,
but
it's like 10%.
What's crazy to me is that it takes them. Like the last time I heard about Subway doing this was like 5 years ago, I think, and it's crazy to me how in 5 years they have not tested them in between those 5 years up until today.
I know, but here's the thing, though.
They hid it real well.
How do you hide it? You just have people going maybe like every 4 months.
They overcompensated it. Like Big Brother.
What's Big Brother?
I mean, The Biggest Loser. Sorry.
I was like, what?
The Biggest
Big Brother. I thought it was a TV show or something.
Big Brother is what people call the government.
Okay.
The Biggest Loser like partnered with Subway or something
for
years,
Jared Fogle.
and promoted that they were like the healthiest option for people losing weight.
Everyone thought Subway was super healthy. That's healthy fast
like they
food.
overcompensated.
I don't understand why people think.
You know what they say? You know what they say is that McDonald's is actually the healthiest because their meats and
their quality is the highest.
Every time they do those tests, McDonald's like 99%.
Because McDonald's, they have one of the highest standards.
That is literally why I eat there 8 times to 14
times.
Why
are there those videos of specifically McDonald's that doesn't mold, doesn't?
Because there's so many fucking preservatives.
So how is that the best for you?
It's not the best for your body health-wise.
No, it's not
the best. It's the best in terms of
food.
You're not going to get sick. You're eating
and
what you're
that's
eating,
mainly
right?
the double hamburgers and stuff. I don't know what percent those things would be, but I'm pretty sure it's still almost pure beef.
People think it's disgusting that their nuggets are made out of
but their preservatives, from what I understand, is pretty much just salt.
No, it's more than
they
that.
say it's 90% salt is their preservative.
For something not being able to mold after like 7-8 years is not just salt.
It's salt.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, McDonald's is the finest food you can get, right? Like, so there's no.
That's why it's priced like the keg.
Well, it literally is priced like the keg.
I can get a full rack of ribs at the keg.
We can go to Ruth's Chris with a family of 5, spend a couple $100, or we go to McDonald's.
Can you imagine going to McDonald's with a van full of kids and how much
Can
you have
you
to
imagine
put,
we've
like,
gotten
pay?
to the point where they've convinced people that a McFlurry is $5?
Dude, I got
a little bit of ice cream.
I got a Smarties McFlurry and it cost me $6.
Yeah, I know.
I said $6 fucking.
That's what I drove away. I said I wish I could
$6?
return this.
You could get when I don't remember how long
They
it
used
was.
to
It was
be
a couple
$2.
years. You could get a vanilla cone for $1.
$1 now the $3.
You're telling me that is 6 fucking vanilla cones with some Smarties?
Yeah. So that was exactly my point. Was that I was gonna actually go through the drive-thru and return it and get my money back because I said there's no way I'm spending. You're not gonna catch me.
Have you ever been in the drive-thru and then you pull out and you're driving a little bit and you're like, I'm gonna see what I got, and you open it up and it's not what you wanted.
It's completely wrong.
Like your burgers.
I actually threw my A&W burgers out the window once because I ordered it specific because A&W, when you get their Buddy Burger, they want to put cheese on it, right? So I said only ketchup. She said, "Do you want cheese?" I said no. Ordered 3 of them. The reason why I get no cheese on that is because cheese is I don't like cheese, first of all. Second of all, cheese from A&W is a different breed of cheese. It's the grossest cheese.
That's funny because A&W, their main marketing strategy is that they're like raise the antibiotics, this and that.
So it was the creamiest cheese ever, right? So I said no cheese. I was so excited to get my food. I was so hungry. I went past the lights. I grabbed my burger, I took a bite, I spit it out the window, I threw that burger out the window, and then I waited and I threw the other 2 out the window as well.
One time I was at McDonald's and I ordered like 10 nuggets, fries, and a burger. Okay, it was late and I was going to mom's house in Guelph, so it was a drive.
Wraps.
So I don't know what happened. They weren't even that busy. It took 35 minutes to get my food, and I was just standing there staring at it.
Oh man!
So they gave me my food after 35 minutes.
I've waited that long before.
I don't know why I waited that long. In hindsight, I feel like you invest like 15, 20 minutes and you're like, fuck. Like,
yeah, it's not.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, and then you overinvested.
You're so hungry, you're just waiting.
So when I got it, they gave me an extra like 5 nuggets and an extra large fries. I was kind of happy. Start driving.
You know what extra large fries like $10?
They put everything in the burger I didn't ask for.
I was just about to say after you finished that, I ordered something with only ketchup once, and they gave me a burger loaded without ketchup. And I said, "Are you joking?"
Yeah. So I took a bite of the burger. It was loaded. It had everything I didn't want in it. Okay. I was like, all right. I took a bite of the nugget. It was so fucking cold.
You know why?
So fucking
because you always say fresh McNuggets,
yeah, I know.
And then the guy threw it in your face. He said you're gonna get the fresh ones.
So what ends up happening is I get so fucking upset that I just wasted 40 minutes. I throw the entire bag in the garbage.
Oh, I did the same thing. I didn't know. I threw it out my window. I said I'm done dealing with this shit. I said these guys are playing too many games with me. The best is there's a place called Smokes Poutine, and me and my dad went. And we ordered, and so my dad wanted to go to a restaurant that day, but I was in a rush, so I went to Smokes Poutine. He didn't fully understand that it's just a poutineery, so I got a regular poutine, and he thought he felt like steak that day, so he ordered the steak. He thought he was getting a steak, not a steak poutine, right? So
What an idiot.
So we waited, but this is the problem. This is the kicker. My food came, I start eating it. This guy walks into the back, and all of a sudden, something happened with a sewage line or something, and the whole place started smelling like a sewer.
That's
And
disgusting.
so he got his food. He took one bite of it, and he said, I can eat this. So he said, let's go. So he opened the door, and I figured we're just going to eat in the car because the smell. He was saying about the smell. And we passed by a garbage, and he threw the whole thing in the garbage. And he said, let's go to Mosto.
Sometimes when you go
So we
into
went to
places like
Mosto's.
that, they do have a
And
weird
then,
smell.
and then he, for the next 40 minutes, was talking about how he thinks it started smelling like that when they opened his steak. He thought they gave him an expired steak
That's fucking
because he
disgusting.
thought that he
could have been.
well, 100% because he ordered steak.
He should have ate it and seen if he got sick.
Yeah, and who ordered a steak from Smokes Poutine? He thought he was getting a steak. He didn't.
Oh, he didn't read the menu at all.
No, because what it said was poutines, right? And then it said steak. But so he thought he was just ordering a steak. But who orders a steak from a fast food joint?
Fucking
He was like,
Anyway, we're done.
You gonna get a
We're
sirloin?
done. Yo, shut up. We're done.
Yeah,
Shut
that's
up.
it.
Shut up. Shut up.
That's it, guys.
Shut up.
One time I ordered from McDonald's and my burger was frozen in the middle.
Frozen? Oh my god.
I
You know
was
what?
like
That's
12 years old.
crazy.
I'm thinking of times that we've ordered fast food and gotten the wrong things.
Oh, dude, every time.
Because
Actually,
my
you know
brother,
what?
no, my brother is famous for only ketchup on burgers, and they used to always
Every
put more
time.
than just ketchup on his burgers.
The worst customer service out of any food establishment in the entire world has to be Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons is the
And
hold
not
on.
only
though.
that, they never get the order.
Why? But with
Never.
Tim Hortons, why can I
Never.
go 10 times and all 10 times the tea tastes different or some shit? Like, it's
Not
all
only
different.
that, but all 10 times they'll get the order wrong,
Yeah.
and they'll have poor customer service.
And it's poor customer service. The orders are wrong. Everything is different temperatures and stuff.
Everything.
Sometimes you get a fresh donut. Sometimes it's literally sat on the counter for
Cardboard.
6 months.
And somehow every time I go there, they're out of 90% of the donuts.
Yeah, they have no donuts or no cookies.
I'm like, hey, do you have a chocolate dip donut?
No, I do not.
I'm like, what donuts do you have?
Let me check for you.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Is it's consistent across all the
Every single
locations,
time.
but it's crazy and it's so inconsistent.
It's crazy.
But then you go to McDonald's and their customer service is like, they screwed up my burger, and I actually called the. So I was actually so petty that day, I called the head office. I swear to God. And they asked for the order number, and I gave them the order number, and she said, we'll ship you 5 free Big Mac coupons.
Really?
I got 5 free Big Macs. So now, anytime something happens, I'm
Oh,
calling
I'm
calling
sure.
head office.
You know, he's
all
right,
you,
though.
You know, all you need is the receipt number. So get
Yeah.
your receipt, and then even if they give you the right order,
He's
say they
right,
give you the
because
wrong one.
I did that a while ago, because I got a gaming chair, the one you're sitting on. And I never complain. I never talk to customer service for any company.
Yeah.
Whatever. This chair cost me like $200-$300, and it had that fucking that like little thing coming out of it. And
of course.
I said I'm so sick and tired of this shit. So I contacted customer service. I couldn't return it. It was too long, like
Yeah.
60 days later. And I said, listen, there's this problem, blah blah blah. Gave me a refund on it. I kept the chair. I bought a new chair. Now I have 2 chairs.
Exactly.
Always complain. Always complain.
because it's always worth the hassle.
You never
Just
know
like-
what you can get.
There's certain don't complain if they put 3 sugars in your tea and you order 2 or so, like what mom does.
Yeah,
Like,
don't be
don't
too
be
petty. Don't ask for 6 nuggets and
But-
then one of the 6 nuggets was
Yeah.
not 100% the crispiest. Like,
But if you go to a restaurant and they give you your food and it's cold, complain.
Send
Or
it back.
frozen.
Yeah, frozen. Yeah, they
or
forgot to cook
the center of the burger's uncooked.
it. Oh, the medium rare burger. Oh, that's the most disgusting I've ever seen in my life. We went to a burger place once with our uncle, and they asked him what kind of burger he wanted. He ordered it, and they said, "You want it? How do you want it cooked?" And I guess
Rare.
he said medium rare. He was feeling so like bougie that day.
That's disgusting.
You want a medium rare hamburger? He took 1 bite and said, "It's the best burger I had in my life." He took 2 bites and said, "I'm gonna puke,"
He hit the
because it was
middle.
raw.
Hit the middle,
It was
raw.
pink and raw and
Disgusting.
falling apart.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today on our adventurous podcast. I hope you learned the ins and outs of the fast food world.
And yeah,
make sure-
90% of the world's rubber supply. And
Make
we
sure
are
you
reusing
complain.
it.
Make sure you complain, and make sure that you get used to the taste of rubber in your
It's
hamburgers.
gonna be amazing. And chewy.
Remember, like, subscribe, comment, share, repost,
Swipe up.
You know, they talk about turkey jerky, they're talking about rubber jerky. It's even shootier.